the end of an era. That sounds dramatic, but if you've been around Euro Truck Simulator 2 and American Truck Simulator long enough, you can feel it happening. Everyone wants new stuff, new trucks, new maps, new physics, better terrain, more realism. We all ask for it. Every year we want something bigger, something more detailed, something more alive. And to be fair, SCS has been delivering. But growth always comes with consequences. Right now, we're standing in a very interesting moment for ETS2 and ATS. New vehicles are on the horizon. Coaches for ETS2, pickups for American Truck Simulator. That alone changes the atmosphere of both games. It opens new possibilities, new gameplay styles, new roleplay ideas. And with expansions coming in fast, SCS is clearly busy this year. But while we're celebrating what's coming, something else is quietly fading away. Before we go deeper into this, take a second to like the video and subscribe, because this conversation, it's not just about hype, it's about the future of the community. New content always feels exciting. A new DLC drops, a new rework is announced, a new region becomes official, and the community explodes with anticipation. But here's something people don't talk about enough. When official content expands, unofficial content loses space. For years, modders filled the gaps. They built regions that didn't exist. They connected roads that SCS hadn't touched yet. They created full countries long before official teams even considered them. Map mods weren't just additions, they were essential. But now SCS is moving faster than ever. The Benelux rework is coming. The UK rework is coming. Major regions are being rebuilt from the ground up with modern standards. And every time that happens, older map mods lose relevance. Because why use a modded version when there's an official one, fully optimized and integrated? That's where the shift begins. Let's talk about American Truck Simulator. When British Columbia was introduced, it was a huge moment. Beautiful landscapes, dense forests, mountain highways, a completely new driving atmosphere. But it also meant something else. It meant that Promods Canada, which covered that same region, suddenly had competition from the official game itself. Not because the mod is bad, but because official content is stable, supported, and always compatible with future updates. So slowly, Promods Canada begins to feel redundant. Not immediately, not overnight, but gradually. And that's the pattern we're starting to see. Now, let's move to ETS2. Last year, Nordic Horizons expanded the northern regions in a big way. It strengthened Scandinavia. It brought more depth to areas that once felt empty or outdated. And what did Promods Europe famously expand for years? The Nordic region. For the longest time, Promods gave players what the base game didn't have: more roads, more cities, more realism in the north. But now that official content is filling those same spaces, Promods Europe becomes smaller in comparison. Then comes Iceland. Once Iceland is officially released, that's another major Promods highlight absorbed into the base game ecosystem. And this is where the conversation becomes uncomfortable, because with every official expansion, Promods loses territory. Let's be honest here. Promods has been one of the most respected map projects in the entire trucking sim community. For many players, ETS2 without Promods didn't even feel complete. It extended Europe far beyond its original limits. It gave us remote regions. It gave us realism long before realism became SCS's main focus. But today, SCS is operating at a different scale. Their quality bar is higher. Their mapping detail is more refined. Their update cycle is faster, their long-term roadmap is clearer. As they introduce more official map expansions, Promods has fewer untouched regions to expand into. And unless they decide to focus entirely on outer regions far beyond SCS's roadmap, the overlap will continue. That doesn't mean Promods disappears tomorrow. But it does mean something important. The golden era of relying on Promods to complete the map may be ending. This isn't just about Promods. Other map mods are feeling it too. As official reworks modernize older areas, older map mods become obsolete day by day. Compatibility becomes harder, conflicts increase, maintenance becomes exhausting. And when you're competing against a full development studio with resources, funding, and a long-term vision, it's not easy. Some modders are already seeing that. New content from SCS comes at a cost, not financially for players, but creatively for mod teams. The space to innovate shrinks when official content fills every gap. Now add vehicles into the equation. Coaches coming to ETS2, pickups coming to ATS. That alone shifts gameplay identity. These aren't just trucks anymore. They're expanding the simulation into something broader, something more lifestyle-driven, something more diverse. And when the base game evolves this much, it sets a new standard. Mods now have to match a higher level of detail, physics accuracy, sound design, and map integration. The bar keeps rising, and not everyone can keep up. So, is this truly the end of an era? In many ways, yes. The era where map mods were essential to make the game feel complete is fading. The era where official content lagged behind community ambition is over. Now SCS leads. Maybe they focus on deeper realism instead of expansion size. Or maybe some projects slowly close their chapters. Every long-running community eventually reaches a turning point, and this feels like one. Side of it. There's something emotional about this shift. Many of us remember installing Promods for the first time, expanding beyond the base map, discovering new roads that felt unofficial but magical. It felt like unlocking hidden parts of Europe. It felt like being part of something bigger than the base game. And now, watching official expansions slowly absorb those same regions, it feels different. Not worse, just different. Like watching your favorite underground artist become mainstream. Proud, but nostalgic. The future depends on direction. If SCS continues expanding aggressively, which it looks like they will, map coverage will eventually reach a point where very little space is left untouched. At that stage, map mods either go ultra-niche, go ultra-detailed, or go global beyond Europe and North America, because survival will depend on uniqueness. And if that doesn't happen, then yes, Pro mods and similar large-scale expansion mods could eventually be phased out, not because they failed, but because the official game caught up and surpassed. At the end of the day, this is growth. ETS2 and ATS are not the same games they were 10 years ago. They are bigger, more polished, more ambitious, and growth changes ecosystems. Some things evolve, some things fade, some things become history. And that's why this moment feels like the end of an era. Not the end of the games, not the end of creativity, but the end of a specific chapter in the modding world. As SCS introduces more map expansions, more vehicles, more realism, the landscape changes. Pro mods may become smaller in influence, map mods may become more specialized, and the community will adapt. Because trucking simulation has always evolved, and it will continue to evolve. But if you've been here long enough, you know, this moment feels significant, truly, the end of an era, and the beginning of something very different.